What's up, guys? Today I got more Black Ops 4 beta gameplay, and let me know in the comments how you like the new intro. Sorry if it's a little loud, I'm gonna have to work with that. But weekend 2 of the beta was last weekend, and boy was it fun. Alright guys, so Treyarch did a ton of new nerfs, buffs, fixing patches all in 1 week. They did a great job. It felt good just like last weekend, maybe even better, and yeah, it was a blast. So I gotta play it more this weekend than I did last weekend, as I was able to hit level 40 this weekend on Xbox, as level 40 was the max level you could have hit, and since I hit the max, I will get a permanent unlock token to start out the game when the full game releases, so that'll be fun. And yeah guys, so there's a lot to talk about. So nerfs and buffs, there's a lot of nerfs and buffs to guns, as they nerfed all the SMGs in general, but really you couldn't tell a difference. It's such a SMG dominant game, it's gonna stay like that, so because of the maps. And yeah, there's a lot of good ARs too, just I didn't use them much. So in all, the biggest nerf that I noticed was the body armor. The body armor last weekend in the beta, you could take away the opponent's first 2 shots at you, at least the first one, and so you're almost always going to win a gunfight if you were just decent at Call of Duty. So they nerfed that, which is a great change. I don't like body armor. I wish they would have taken it out, but if they're not going to take it out, I like where it is right now. And so basically I couldn't even tell if they had body armor, except sometimes when I need just 1 bullet away, then I knew. But yeah, it wasn't nearly as powerful, which is good because you got to use the other abilities that you get, like Stim Shot, which I'm using in this gameplay here, and I'll talk more about that later. There was also a score streak one where you got your score streaks faster, and that was actually really powerful. I used that one quite a bit because you got the attack chopper for the same amount as the Hellstorm missiles, so it was only like 800 points, which is really easy to get in this game if you're playing objectives. So the score streak one was very good. And then for Search and Destroy, they have one where you can hear footsteps easier, and it's like 6th Sense as well, so that one's going to be used for Search and Destroy a lot. And then they also have one where you get your abilities faster. I used that one a lot the first weekend, so I could just spam my abilities. And if you're using Crash and you want to get a lot of XP, I would definitely use that one because Crash already gets his stuff quick. So yeah, so basically you were able to use a lot more of the abilities, which made it fun. You got to play around with stuff, and that was just a very fun part of the game. There's just so much to this game, right? You got to heal yourself, you have to stay on target longer, you have to decide whether I should heal first, reload first, and then there's only 5 people. The map's so hectic, it's crazy, but it's a lot of fun. Everyone I've talked to so far likes the game a lot. Everyone that I played with anyway said they love this game and they can't wait for the full game to come out, so I'm very excited for this game. Some things that still need fixed are spawns again. Spawns are still not the best right now. They're better than last weekend though, so that's a plus, but their stuff definitely still needs some work. And then really the specialists and guns are balanced pretty well, so really I don't think there's much that needs worked on. I really do like the way the game feels and just the way that the game has run for me. So yeah, so the class I'm using right now is the Cordite, and I actually have the operator mod on, and right here I'm going to show the class up here on the screen in just a second, but I used the operator mod and then foregrip. And then the perks I used are Tac Mask, Dexterity, and Ghost with Stim Shot. And this class I didn't get to use it much, but when I did, I enjoyed it a lot, guys. So basically the operator mod, about half the guns have operator mods right now. I don't know if they're gonna make the guns that didn't have it in the beta have them, but basically they're just a special ability that your gun has when you max out that gun. So the Cordite, for instance, I never had to reload. If you watch this game, I never reload. And if you guys can see it, on the bottom right where it shows the ammo, it only shows 1 magazine. All 600 some bullets when you start out, I think, is all in 1 magazine, so you never reload. It's just belt fed is what it's called. There's also an assault rifle that has a bayonet that you can unlock for it. There's a submachine gun, the GK5, I believe is what it's called, or GKS, I forget. It turns into a 4-round burst weapon, and then wildfires for the Spitfire, so it's like the Vesper. And wildfire, from what I hear, is a rapid fire on steroids. I'm not sure, I haven't got to use it. So yeah, so the operator mods are just something that I really like in the game so far, and they're not like overpowered either, because it takes 3 class slots just to use one operator mod. So you have to use the wild card that you have to use, that we've had to use for most Call of Duties when we get second perks and stuff like that. You have to use one of those, so there's one of the tokens. Then the operator mod itself actually takes 2 class slots. So I like the way it is. It's annoying, but I know why they did it, to make things more balanced, so that way everyone's not just running operator mods and a bunch of perks and stuff. It wouldn't be fair to others. So I like it, how they did it. It's gonna be annoying, but trust me, it's the best way they can do it. Alright, and yeah, so the perks I used Tac Mask, just because Tac Mask helps a lot because of the different specialists and abilities that there are. It shields you from some of those, and then it also just a big help. I would actually use Engineer if you don't have Tac Mask. I used Engineer in a lot of my classes, just not this one, because there's a lot of stuff on the map, guys, and this tells you where the score streaks are for the other team, your team, where the barbed wire is for their team, your team, and it shows you just a lot of stuff, and that is very important in this game because there's so much on the map because of the specialists, the score streaks, and everything. So Engineer was definitely a big perk that I used a lot over the weekend. And Dexterity, you don't get Dexterity till later, but I used it once I got it. I would use Gung Ho at first if you don't have it. A lot of people still use Gung Ho, but I prefer Dexterity. I like Dexterity from previous CODs. It's just one of my favorite perks. And then Ghosts. I mean, anytime you're playing multiplayer on a Call of Duty, I would use Ghost if you have it. Ghost is very good, especially right now when the game first comes out. Everyone's gonna be using UAVs to get used to the maps. You're gonna want Ghost so you don't get killed by those. So I would definitely use Ghost. And then to use grenades and stuff, you have to take away one of your specialist smaller abilities. So the R1, as you've probably seen me use mine, I shoot it up somewhere and then it just shows me where enemies are on that location. It takes away that, so I didn't even use those at all. I just used my abilities. But I mean, if you want to use it, go ahead, but I would prefer the abilities. And then yeah, so basically the game was a lot of fun. We were playing in full lobbies all weekend, so we were pretty much dominating. This game is really fun when you have a lot of people playing, because it's a team-based game, kind of like Overwatch, and so it's a lot more fun with a lot of people. And you can combine your specialists to really just go off. Like the crash when you're playing in a lobby is so important to help your teammates get streaks. And so I like the way the specialists work together. And yeah, so that's basically all I had to say about the Black Ops 4 beta that happened this weekend. I'm very excited for the game. I truly think it can save Call of Duty. World War II is that first step in the right direction, but this is that, wow, this is fun game, right? It's kind of like a mix between Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Rainbow Six Siege. It's a lot of fun. I love it. I cannot wait till October 12th. And yeah, so September 10th, the Blackout beta will be out, the Battle Royale of Call of Duty. So yeah, so I hope you guys are ready for that, and I'll have a lot of content coming, so enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.